Okay, so you are joining me just on the way out of Llanberis on the famous bit of tarmac that leads you onto the mountain up the Llanberis path up to Snowdon. I'm going to be doing part of the UTS 50k, Ultra Trail Snowdonia 50k. I'm getting back into the mountains, which is where I want to be. I've got some new kit, courtesy of the old muckers at Montaigne, and yeah, I've got some clients, people that I coach that are doing Ultra Trail Snowdonia this year. I thought it'd be useful to get out on the course, and then I can show them this, but also just for my own training, get back into the mountains and see how we go. Okay, I'll show you part of the route as we go along. There's all the Snowdon day trippers on their way up. Hope they have a good day, and they have packed some sandwiches because there's nothing open at the top at the moment. So luckily, because it'll be at the weekend when everyone runs the UTS 50, you don't have to go up the tourist path, the Llanberis path. You cross the train track and you come out and you follow this kind of much quieter footpath up towards Moelelio and the range over there. So good planning, I think, because you can get really busy at the weekend up that path and you're just at the beginning of your race, and it's nice to just chill out and hike up or run up, take it easy, find where you are in the race, check all your kit is kind of comfortable, all that kind of stuff, get your heart rate under control if you can, and then you can crack on over those lovely hills. We're aiming up there, and yeah, you will come down Llanberis path, assuming you finish the race, which you will, but by then either people will be back down or returning back down, really, at that time of day. So what you'll come to is this kind of well looked after path that runs adjacent to that Llanberis path, so it gives you a good kind of idea of the gradient. It is not as steep, kicks up towards the end, but yeah, you can get in a nice rhythm. What I would say is, if you are going out for a recce of this UTS 50, or in fact any kind of mountain race or longer race, still do all the kind of safety stuff. So I've got full kit, I've got spare nutrition, I've got my race nutrition, oh sorry, my recce nutrition, I've got a map, although I've got it on my watch. And then just, if you are running off a GPX file or something, just make sure that you don't leave without at least looking at the route map. Immerse yourself in where you should be. The GPX won't always be spot on, don't expect it to be, and then yeah, you can adjust as you go along if needed. Think about any escape points, take some cash with you in case you need to get a bus, which it would be around here really, or a taxi. Take those numbers, you know, just be sensible. I know you all should know this, but I've done it in the past, gone out for a recce and just left with minimal kind of drinks and food or whatever it is, and then come unstuck and had a horrible day. So yeah, just be sensible, don't just hack off into the mountains like we're keen to do sometimes. Set it up as if you are out on a race, because that's what you'll be doing on the day. It's good practice, full kit, and off you go. You can see that long winding path. It's a good solid climb to get you started, and you'll have the people at the front that can run it and still feel pretty comfortable. Then you'll have the people at the back that are comfortable just hiking up, which is very sensible, and then you'll have the people in the middle, which might be you, that get caught between should I walk, should I hike, should I run. You're feeling fit, you're tapered, and that kind of path, that gradient, is the in-between bit. It almost makes you feel like you should be running if you're quite fit, but take it from me, honestly, there's plenty of elevation to come. A fast hike or fast walk up that first well-made climb is a good idea if you're in two minds at all, or if your heart rate goes up, if you're anywhere near going anaerobic, gasping for breath like I am. I've just run up to the top and then yeah, you get hit with this. So yeah, now you are off that track, the gradient is a lot steeper. Also, if you haven't eaten by now when you turn off at this point, or had a gel or your liquid or whatever, do so. At this point you'll be, I think, about 5.5k into the race, but over 600 meters I think when you hit this style. This is a bit of a top point, so just don't be fooled, because usually it's very windy. And although you'll be questioning your life choices right now, you've got a downhill bit now. So although this is the start really of your race, if you're doing the UTS 50, it's the cruel section of the Paddy Buckley round, because you'll hit the top of Snowdon and you'll probably be able to, well, you might not be able to see the lights of Llanberis, assuming you're finishing in the dark. It might be cloudy, but then you, instead of going straight down into Llanberis, you've got to veer off and do this Aelio group of hills before you finish, which, yeah, very cool. Not that I've done the full round yet, supported it a few times. Maybe in the future when I have got a spare day. This is the descent off Aelio, which is nice and grassy. Probably the first time you'll get to open up your legs a little bit. Just be careful, because yeah, you've done a lot of climbing already at this point. The tendency is to want to try and make some time up, but again, you've still got over 40k of mountains to go, so just bear that in mind while you hit this descent. So you can see that path behind me now. That's the path that you'll hit after you run down off Aelio, down the grassy bank. Probably take you a good 5-10 minutes to run down there, take it easy, take on food, liquid, whatever you need. Then you join this stony path, which will then take you down in towards Wynvour. So once Wynvour's done, and you run a mile or so down the lane, which isn't too exciting, you turn off and you're back on trail, mountain path, running, or more than likely hiking up the next climb. Nice bit of single track. I've been down this before, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So you can see this is the climb up to, I think it's Moel Smitho, which being Welsh is probably butchering it. I really should get a little bit better with my pronunciation of these hills, being Welsh myself, but then it'll go over to Mynydd Mawr, which, Mawr being big, you can guess what it's like. But this is a nice trail in this weather anyway. That's Wynvour behind me. So you climb up out of here. If it's a nice day and calm like today, it'll be brilliant. You can see out over towards Aelio and where you've been. yeah, from here, which was that little climb up to Smitho, however you want to say it, from here over to the base of that is quite nice running. So yeah, you'll be able to get into a little bit of a better rhythm maybe and just enjoy it. You can see down into the valley, you can see over towards Snowdon from this point. So yeah, take on your energy, get ready for the big climb up to Mynydd Mawr and enjoy this part, because then the hard work will come again, definitely. Yeah, really enjoyable part of the course, this. Really quiet part of Snowdonia. If you're ever out here for the Recce or just hiking about, can recommend it. You don't always have to be running, I guess. Off Mynydd Mawr, which is just behind me, there's a lovely trail down. I've only ever hiked up it, so I'm looking forward to running down it, which you lot will in the UTS 50. If you've got the views, you'll see it. It's well defined, and it's just like mountain runner's paradise. Yeah, so I'll get the footage of it. You won't hear me talking or anything because it's quite windy on the way down, and yeah, hopefully you'll have the same views on the day. So I'm just going, hang on, nearly took a wrong way there. Just going through the forest down at the bottom of Mynydd Mawr. And yeah, hopefully you could see some of that footage and the landscape and how it kind of rolls down and then gets a little bit, I mean, I wouldn't call it technical, you just have to watch your step a little bit and you'll be okay. But yeah, if you get the views, I mean, even if you haven't got the views, just running on that kind of ground is what you sign up for these races to do, I think. So great course planning there for Mike and his team, I imagine. Yeah, so we drop down into the bottom of the valley now, and then we back up Snowdon. Well, not back up Snowdon, we haven't been up yet, but we'll go up to Snowdon and via the ranger path, I think. Might have to check the map, but yeah, up to Snowdon and then back into Llanberis. On the day you'll be doing an extra loop down Llywydd Ridge and stuff, so I will be doing that route separately in another video. One, I haven't got time today. Two, I will be hungry by then. Three, I need to get back for the kids' bedtime. So although I would have loved to have done the whole route today, I've left it a little bit late, but I promise I will get back for not only the people I coach that are doing the UTS 50, but anyone else that's interested. So we've just hit the ranger path, which coming out from the campsite really at the bottom of Mynydd Mawr, you cross over the road, go up through the farm, and then it's a nice track all the way up until you hit the ranger path, which probably one of the best paths up to Snowdon, especially like this is a Friday, what are we, at the end of May, and there's absolutely no one, I can't see anybody. So I know it's a Friday, but it would still be quite busy on the Llanberis path. So again, lovely part of the route. It has taken me just over 4 hours to get to this point. I think we're just over 28k, to give you an idea. I think this bit now is the point where you would really need to have your energy. So if you're even worried about the climb up to Snowdon and you're flagging, just take 30 seconds or a minute, even if you have to stop, take your energy on, any liquids, get yourself in the right mindset, because you're going to hit Snowdon, go down the other side, come back up again. So 2 big ascents coming up, and yeah, fluid though over the other side is an amazing run down. You'll really enjoy that on the day, hopefully. So I couldn't really catch much on the way down because it was too windy, but you get the idea. And then this rejoins the tarmac that we came up at the beginning, and really is probably the last insult to your quads at the end of 50k in the mountains. I think you do go off towards the castle, maybe to get a selfie or something before the finish line, but yeah, that's essentially it. Follow this road down to the Victoria Hotel, turn left, and then you'll be done. Yeah. Right, we're back in the car, and I've probably made one of the biggest mistakes you can make. So it's quite a warm day. I'm gonna have to give the car a few minutes because I've come back to half an eaten Jamie Oliver cheese butty has been on the dashboard all day. That's not really what you want from the end of a recce video, is it? But hopefully that gave you a good insight into the Ultra Trail Snowdonia 50k. So yeah, bear in mind, down Llywydd Ridge is a lovely route. Then you will come back up to Snowdon summit again. So there's still a fair bit of climbing, although you don't drop all the way down to sea level again. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that part of the route because it is a good part of the route another time, and I'll stick it on here. If you did enjoy the video, I've appreciated all the subscribers lately. There's been a bit of an influx. Not sure why, because I don't get too many video views, but yeah, through the summer I will be out in the mountains more, and I'm going to be doing some more recce's of my own races, other people's races that I coach, because I think that's really handy, because I can get out, have a good day, and I can help them with their race, and I will stick it on here too, and it might help one or two of you also. If you've got any questions about the route that I've just done, or potential routes, or yeah, any coaching questions, feel free to add them in the comments. For now though, enjoy your training, good luck with the race if you do it, and I will see you in the next video.